Alright, Solo Bamf back here. This is a video that I'm doing on console. Some quality of life improvements, changes, suggestions, if you will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to demonstrate one thing, which I don't know if it's a bug or... dang it, which store is it? I don't know if it's a bug or if it's... of course, right when I'm trying to do a video, here comes the little eyeball. Okay, so I don't know if it's a bug or what, but if we go into my character, I should have... well, we don't necessarily need that. So we're going to put on our Smuggler's Ring, +2 to stealth. We're going to do our Silver Pendant. It's going to be overkill, but we're going to... Well, actually, we're going to put on... There's the thievery ones. Did I get rid of the other ones to put them in the thing? I did. Okay, so we'll put on our thievery gloves. So we have advantage on sleight of hand because we got advantage on sleight of hand. But then we also have the cat's grace, and the graceful cloth. So that's also giving us advantage on all dexterity checks. All right, and that's all we got. So then if we go to, oops. If we go to proficiencies, under skills, we are proficient with sleight of hand and stealth, and we have the bonus for expertise. So we have a +13 from there. Or actually, so we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, so we're getting 11 from our bonuses, plus we're getting +2 from the ring. All right, so that's giving us 13. All right, so now if we look at that, we're going to go into stealth mode. Just to... Can you not turn the candles off while you're in... There we go. All right, so... Oh, she's turning... No, I turned that back on. Okay. There we go. So now we're obscured, or slightly obscured. We'll turn this one off too. Fuck it, we'll turn this one off. Alright, I'll wait for the eyeball. I should just kill the fucking eyeball. Alright. Alright, we're going into turn-based mode. Eyeball is watching us, but whatever. So we're gonna go pickpocket. Now, if I go pickpocket, I don't know what it is on... Why is it not showing me L1? Is it because I'm being watched? Alright, let's just get out of the turn-based mode.
Is this hallucinogenic?
Alright, we're definitely not being watched now. It's not... Alright, so normally I can go and pull up the die roll details by hitting L1. I don't know why it's not doing that right now. I hate when I do videos and then the things are not showing up. Now, if I were to pull that up, though, it would show me what my bonuses are. It would show me that I'm getting a +5 from Dex, and I think at this level I'm at +3 on proficiency, so it would give me a +6 because I get expertise. So I'd have a +11. Now, it would not give me the +2 from the stealth from the ring for whatever reason. All right, and it also would not give me advantage. So I should have a total of plus 13. I don't know why it's not showing that. Maybe I get, oh, here, because I got to actually select something. I'm stupid. Okay, never mind. So here, just like I said, it's giving me plus 5 from the dex, plus 6 from sleight of hand. Now, you're noticing that it's not giving me the plus 2 from the ring, and it's not giving me advantage on the roll. Now, if I'm just stealing something like this potion, it's got a DC of 0, so technically there's no way I should be able to fail that unless I roll double ones. All right. Now, if I go down to, I think I already stole all her money. Okay, so this is going to be a bad example. What's her best thing here? Okay, so this robe of exquisite focus. Okay, if I want to steal this, the DC is 13. Now, technically, there should be no way that I miss this because if with all my bonuses, I should have a plus 13. So unless I roll 2 ones, there should be no way that I fail this. So let's see what happens. I failed.
Your
All right.
touch isn't as light as you'd
And
hoped.
that's not uncommon. So now she's going to not do anything? Okay. Go bother someone else. Oh, I'm still in turn-based mode, so we'll get out of that. We'll go back into turn-based mode. Oh, now she's looking directly at me. I know I can turn invisible. Okay, I know that. All right, so yeah, why did I hit that? All right, sorry, I'm getting all the buttons confused. All right, so there we go. All right, so now we're finally back inside stealth mode. I'm going to go up. I'm going to try and pick her pocket. Now, it did say that I was lightly obscured on the outside there. It was a little symbol that popped up, so that kind of sucked that it was kind of quick. Is this the highest one? So they're both about the same. I did already steal all her money previously. I was looking for a big pile of coins, so it would say like 20 DC. But this is a really good example, so if I steal this, I failed it
In
again.
the act. Your touch isn't as light as you'd hoped.
All right, so she's not saying anything. Maybe it's because she really digs my blood. I don't know. She's kind of a bitch. But let's see what else I got. See if we can do it again. Oh, we're still in turn-based mode. Okay.
Time for discretion.
So, I mean, she's probably aware that I'm there, but
Caught red-handed.
you know,
Perhaps you should
I could
practice
go
learning
I could
how
go
to
in and I could load it up
corpse.
over and over and over and over again, and it's going to give me the same reaction. So there's something that's buggy going on the console with with the game. Now, I know that on the not the PlayStation. I know that on the PC on the right hand side, you can get a screen that's going to pop up with your dice rolls, right? So we don't have that on the PlayStation. So I try to look under options, see if there was any type of, that's her audio interface. Trying to see if there is a display set up so that you could go and look at the actual dice rolls and how much damage you're doing and that kind of stuff. I don't see anything like that inside our limited options. And that kind of sucks because I might be able to get to the bottom of why that's not specifically working for the pickpocketing. All right, anyway, quality of life changes. The inventory is a fucking mess. Okay, look, and it's hit or miss. I can go and I can pick up. I got an example of anything. Try not to keep all this crap around. Look, can we get a jewelry box? All right, this is what we need. All right, quality of life. Anytime we pick up an alchemy object, goes inside the alchemy bag. So if I go into this right now, um, it's pulling up all this stuff for potions, for elixirs, and all that kind of stuff. So it would be nice if anytime we picked up one of those items, it would automatically go inside the alchemy bag. All right. And the same thing, well, maybe not the same thing with the backpack. But it would be nice, for the love of fucking God, you mention it everywhere. Sure would be nice if we had a backpack holding. It would be really nice if we had a backpack holding. Yeah, I know you can send stuff over to the camp. I know you can, do magic pockets to the other party members. I get all of that. Okay. But it would still be carry, even with a 21 strength, carrying capacity is still a huge problem inside the game. Especially if I'm not ripping off all the vendors and I'm carrying stuff to go back to the vendors to sell to them. Right now, I got 368 pounds of crap on me, and a lot of it, I bet you 10 to 1, are all these arrows, which doesn't seem like they add up quite a bit. It's the arrows and the potions. Like, here's 50 healing potions, 10 pounds. All right, now I do have some armor. Obviously, this is going to... I just picked this armor up, so I haven't given that to a character yet. But it would be nice to get rid of some of this stuff and not have things cluttered up. So it would be nice if we had... All right, if the alchemy pouch would automatically pick up alchemy items and put it inside the alchemy bag, and then whenever you went inside the potion creation, it would just automatically take those items out of the alchemy bag. I think it does that portion of it, but not everything always goes into the alchemy bag. A lot of times I'm cleaning up my inventory and going down, and there's a ton of crap that that's in my inventory when I'm trying to sell to a vendor. And this run through, I'm not even making any potions. I'm just literally selling all the materials because I can just buy them for the limited amount of times that I actually use them. Okay. So what we need is an alchemy bag. Check. Got it. We need a regular camp supply bag. And that needs to pick up any food items. Any camp supplies, right? So right now, if I open this up, I mean, there's some supply packs in here. Oh, I bet you that's where all the weight is. Oh, yeah, that's where a lot of our weight is. Okay, I didn't realize there was that much weight there. Anyway, I can probably just send this back to the. All right, let's just. Well, I'm not going to probably finish this playthrough, or I'm going to do it later, so it's irrelevant. But camp supplies should all go there. They shouldn't be littering up the inventory. All right, so all these quality of life changes are inventory management, and oh my god, it would be so helpful. We need a potion bandolier, if you will. So we need like a backpack or a holder or a potion case, something that will hold all of the potions. So I don't have these. How many potions do I have here? Potions and elixirs. Potions, elixirs, and oil. See, like here, this mushroom, I don't even know what the hell you use that for. Rotten lemon. Of course, all this rotten food should just go anyway. I'm not even sure why I picked it up. Probably because it was just easier to pick it up than to leave it behind. All right, so all of these potions should be in a potion bandolier or a potion case of some sort. And then if they're in your inventory inside the potion case, whoops, they show up here on one of your wheels. And there's lots of dead space in here because I took some stuff out, and then it doesn't. That's another thing. It'd be nice if it would update some of the wheels. Like, can it take this wyvern toxin and the smoke powder bomb and automatically attach them over here and then get rid of this pinwheel? That would be a nice quality of life change. Because otherwise I have to manually go in there and do that, and that kind of sucks.
Delicious.
The other quality of life change, all right, we got the keychain. Now it's weird because the keychain works, but does it? Because here, go in here, open. It's picking up the keys. Now if I go over to my character, I saw one here. Here it is. All right, so I have a key. I picked it up. It didn't automatically go on the keychain. So I don't know what the defining trait is on why it goes to the keychain or doesn't go onto the keychain. But that happens a lot. So like, there's some stuff that goes in the alchemy bag. There's other things that don't. So I don't know what the difference is between them. But that would be nice if we could figure that out. I think we need a quiver, definitely. Now this character is not as bad as my primary character that I did my first run through with, but we need a quiver. It would be really nice to put all of these in a quiver, and then have that quiver again go out here. You know, on the PlayStation or on the PC it's different, but on the PlayStation we got these pinwheels. So have the quiver, it would automatically create its own pinwheel, fill in all the arrows with the one, and then if it needed to go to a second pinwheel, fill in the rest of them. And then when you take an arrow out, let's say you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 12 items that you can hold on the pinwheel. Okay. So if you have 12 items on the pinwheel, let's say you got 14 different types of arrows. Let it create the pinwheel on its own with 12 here and then 2 here on the next pinwheel. And then the only thing that can go on these slots are additional arrows. And then if I got rid of those 2 additional arrows, so I only have 12 different individual types of arrows, then it would eliminate that one and just go back down to here. That way it's updating automatically, right? Because I don't have to go in there and automatically update and delete this pinwheel or move something over. It's automatically going to adjust it on the other pinwheel. Does that make sense? All right, so that would be a quality of life. And do that with the potions too, right? So if you do that with the potions, you wouldn't have the same problem. So let's say we have 26 different types of potions. Okay, here's the first potion pinwheel. Here's the second potion pinwheel. Here's the third potion pinwheel. Now let's say we drink 3 of the potions, individual unique potions inside this one. Well, fill them in with the 2 that are remaining in this one. Eliminate that pinwheel, and fill in the blanks so that you're always going down to that one pinwheel. And that way you're not getting these weird scenarios where you're getting random potions. Like, look at this. Random potions all the way at the end. All the potions are in one area. Oh my god, that would be so helpful. I mean, I would love that. Okay. And then, for the love of God, a scroll rack. Now, I don't even have that many scrolls here. Right? Alright, and this is just... she's just a barbarian bard. Alright, I don't even have her as a full wizard or anything like that, although I was toying with the idea of doing that. But look at all these scrolls. It would be so nice to have a scroll case that does the same thing. Take the scroll case, put them inside the scroll case, and then again, based on the scrolls that are in the scroll case, start a pinwheel. So the first pinwheel would start with the level 1 spells, work your way up to the higher level spells. And with the potions, start with the least expensive potions, work your way up to the expensive ones. Or the other way around. Because as you get higher in level, you're probably not going to use the cheaper potions as much. You're going to be using the more expensive potions Same thing with the scrolls. You're probably going to use the higher level scrolls, not so much the lower level scrolls. So start with the higher level scrolls, work your way down. So if you have, 40 different unique scrolls, like on that thing, I probably had at least that on that one character. Start with the level 5 scrolls, and then the level 4 and everything else, and keep working your way down until you get to 1, and that would generate, basically you need like 4 or 5 pinwheels to do that, right? And then as you're taking them out, those dedicated pinwheels just for scrolls are being added or eliminated. And I still think you need I can create another pinwheel. All right, how do I do that? I can add another, sorry, they call them radials. So I can add another radial or remove them manually, which is nice. I do like the ability to control these and set them up with what I want. I haven't done that on this character that much yet, but I started to do that on my final characters for my first playthrough, and that was a nice quality of life change to be able to customize those. But the ability to have these general ones and then very specific item ones for scrolls, and I'm willing to bet that if you do this, that the people on the PC would probably also appreciate it. I'm assuming. All right, so if we go back here, we want alchemy pouch and or materials to make potions, right? All of that combined. Doesn't have to show up on the pinwheel because there shouldn't be any reason why you actually need that on the pinwheel. Then we need a potion case or of some sort, right? Call it an apothecary case. There we go. An apothecary case or an apothecary pack, and then you can put all your potions in the apothecary pack, and then they would create or generate their own radials that are dedicated just to potions. All right, and then you can have a scroll case, and the scroll case would do the same thing. You would put all the scrolls in there, and then it would generate its own radials based on the scrolls in order. And if you want to be nice to control it by specifics, like newest one, or like you do with how you want to. Whoops.
The reaction failed.
Sorry, I just.
Perhaps I can pull it off as a
So if you want, you could do it in sorting options like latest or value or whatever. I mean, I pretty much always go by type. Or there should be an option though for scrolls specifically to go by level. So start them at 5th level or 6th level and then go down to 1st level, or the opposite. Start at 1st level, or I know there's some cantrip ones, which is weird. And then go up to, go up to, level 6. So scroll case, the keychains, there's something's buggy with the keychains. It's not picking up everything the way that it should. You need a quiver, with, same concept, have the quiver, pick up, and you could add, you should probably have a separate quiver for thrown weapons if somebody wanted to do like a bandolier. I think that would probably be more appropriate, like a bandolier for thrown weapons, especially daggers. And then you could have the bandolier just have all the thrown weapons in it, and then they can show up in the radio dial on their own, pinwheel. And then like the quiver would do the exact same thing, but for ranged bow attacks, show up as a radio dial on their own. That's dedicated just to that. That way you're not getting all these miscellaneous pinwheels with random abilities in it. Because when I do spells, I like to put I don't have any spellcasters. This is a kind of a casterless party, if you will. But when I do the spellcasters, I like to put all the cantrips, then all the 1st level spells, and then the 2nd, and then the 3rd, and then move over to another pinwheel and just have them in order. So when I'm trying to find them in combat, I'm not like, oh, here's my 6th level spell. Well, here's my 2nd level spell, and then this one. No, I want them all in one area, which is why like this is okay. This is a little busy. I go back and I rearrange these eventually. I like to put all the psionic abilities on their own radial, um, just so I know where they are when I'm trying to find them. So I don't mind customizing some of that myself, but there's some stuff that I can't do. I don't have the programming to go in and change and make a scroll case. But I think that that would be a really good quality of life, and it would be nice if you could, if there was a spell or an enchantment or even an item like a furnace item or something that you could go to make a backpack of holding or a quiver of holding. So, like, if I have this character right now, I was trying to make him more a monk. I keep throwing hand crossbows at people because the hand crossbows are just so good. But even with that, I still have all these arrows. On my main character that I did in my first playthrough, I had like 40, 50 of each arrow in the game or more, and I had to separate them out and give them to other characters, or I actually left a bunch of them back at the back inside the traveler's chest because I just didn't have room for them, and the sheer number of them that I had ended up weighing my character down. And I had a 21 strength. It was ridiculous.
Just a pinch.
So, there should be like some sort of a quest that you can do in the game to try and get the weight down on some of those items, and it's more for quality of life. It's not that I need to have all of these things, but if I have the main person in the party running around and picking up items out of chests and armor and everything else, especially barrels, there ends up being a time where you're constantly going into the inventory and sending stuff to camp. It's just a quality of life change. All right.
Taking pawn it off is a lot.
Um, yeah, it would be nice if you kind of did that for the rings and the amulets, like a jewelry case. I'm not as concerned about that. The jewelry case would be kind of nice to put in rings and amulets specifically, just to help keep things better organized. Not necessarily for anything on the pinwheel or anything specific like that. Um, but just like if I'm looking for a ring, I could, just go into the jewelry case. I know the ring is going to be there. And the same thing with the wardrobe. There's not a ton of different things that you can get. Like, I know, like, in Act 3, there's different types of boots you can get, armor. I mean, not armor, but underwear. So it would be kind of nice if we had a wardrobe. Even if that wardrobe was just another object inside of the traveler's chest. Like even the jewelry box. If we had a jewelry box inside the traveler's chest that we could just put in and I know that we can put chests in there like the opulent chest, but it'd just be kind of cool if it was like a specific jewelry box, a specific wardrobe, so we could just put in exclusively just the underwear and the lingerie and stuff like that, and that way we just know it's going to be inside the wardrobe if we want it. You know, things of that nature. Those ones are not as big of a concern for me as it is with the potion case or the apothecary case, the scroll rack or the scroll case.
Just a pinch
Um, you know, that way, if I had, all right, look, if I had, um, how much does 17K in gold weigh? It'd be nice if we had a money pouch that after a while didn't weigh anything. You get almost 35 pounds of fucking gold. It'd be nice if I didn't have to carry that around. I usually end up giving this to one of the other characters just so that they can carry it, and it eliminates some of the burden off of my character. So I end up doing that. Actually, let's open this up. I'm probably actually, like I said, not going to actually keep this. I can send that to camp. That's going to alleviate some of that weight. But if I had a scroll rack, all right, let's just do this. Okay, so like if I had a potion case, we can eliminate this. Well, let's just.
The chosen's blood. Now that would be a prize.
I'm just gonna eliminate this. All right, and then more potions, and then if we had a quiver and a scroll case. All right. Is there anything else? This could go in the potion case. And we'll just simulate them being inside of a case by sending all this stuff to camp. You know, now I have a more reasonable, manageable inventory. There should be an option to hide the weapons that you currently have equipped. It's not necessarily per se, but it would be kind of nice. I think you guys definitely need more cloaks in the game. And I know that the underwear is here, but look, it literally says that this is a belt spot. There are belts in the game. It would be kind of nice if you would have included some of those instead of just an underwear slot, but whatever. I'm not as concerned about that as I am quality of life changes for this. So a lot of this miscellaneous crap here is just literally stuff that I don't really need. Like I just picked it up because I was exploring. You know, send a camp. And then like, you know, this stuff, this is more manageable. I mean, it's still a little busy, but you know, like, look, if I had
Was a luck potion.
if I had a scroll case on Lysel, look how much more manageable that inventory is. I mean, if I needed to find something, which, I mean, like, I don't think I really need any of this crap, but if I needed to find something, it's a lot easier to find. I mean, it's just quality of life. It's not the end of the world. Um, it'll make the game on subsequent playthroughs more fun, not having to go through and sift through a lot of that stuff. Okay, that's pretty much all I really have for this video. Like I said, this is just some quality of life requests, we'll call them requests, to the developers or anybody who might know some of the developers. Please feel free to pass this along to them. I think that some of these things are more PlayStation quality of life changes. I think like the whole scroll case thing could be kind of like for both. But I don't know what's going on with this bug. Like I said, with trying to pick pockets. Let's try to do that again one more time. So we are. I looked at the thing. I can't remember what it said. Let's try and steal again. And I fail again.
Pay, but not when
So-
you can't pick a pocket correctly.
The odds of me failing that 3 times, and where does it say what my light source is? I saw that somewhere. All right, well, let's try that. Oops.
The signal.
All right, so somewhere I saw there. Okay, so the light source is it's the half and half, so it's like we're lightly obscured, right? Yeah, there in the lower left-hand corner, you can see it says that we're lightly obscured. So it's not like we're in direct sunlight or anything like that. Lightly obscured should be enough, unless you're at disadvantage for lightly obscured. But even at lightly obscured, even if we had disadvantage at that, the oh look, I did succeed once. Try the other one. Oh, now it's working. But anyway, even if we had disadvantage, of course, all these are like, you know, look at that. You know, here's one for. None of these are going to be hard to take because they're all like 0. But even if we had disadvantage, we counteract disadvantage with advantage, so we would still have a plus 13 on a roll. So it means that we would have had to fail 3 times in a row. Let's while we're wrapping up this video, let's do this. Because she doesn't have any money. I took all her money. Let's go out to True Souls. I don't have.
Very, very quiet.
Brothers, sister,
All right.
stay while we wait.
I'm not worthy. I never learned the words.
Yeah, there she is. Okay.
She gives them to you fully formed. You hear her?
Of many hearts, one soul. Of many thoughts, one mind.
All right. So I don't know what kind of a light source we're in here. Lightly. We're still lightly obscured. Now. All right. So we failed.
Efforts have failed.
All right. Well, we failed on that one. All right. I mean, I would have turned invisible normally on that one, so it's not the end of the world that I failed on that one. I'm not even attacking, and she's just going nuts. All right. So anyway, we're gonna call this one down. Normally when I do this one, I would turn invisible. I don't usually do the darkness thing. I know that gives you some advantages, but. Yeah, I know I can do feign death, which also kind of works but doesn't on the PlayStation. Anyway, we're going to call this one a day. Those are just some quality of life things that I wanted to kind of go over and point out that one bug for the pickpocketing. Because honestly, I wouldn't mind going through and just living and dying by whether or not it succeeded at pickpocketing. But that was only 13 and I failed it 3 times with advantage. There's usually what I do is I'll just buy everything that I want with gold, and then I'll go and steal the lump of gold. That lump of gold is usually a 20, 19, 20, 21 to steal back, and with advantage, invisible, with a plus 13 or higher, it should almost be a given that I do it, and sometimes I just have to roll a natural 20 in order to get it, and that shouldn't be the case. So this might not be the best example to show it on, but I did, so there it is. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and have a great day.